Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on this focus mode. So as you can see, when I press T, the character goes into the focus mode and it highlights the important objects in the level. So that could be something like an interactable object or something that is relevant to the objective of the character. So as you can see here, when I press T, the rest of the background goes uh, black and the important objects are highlighted. We also have a smooth transition as well, which can be interrupted anytime. Right, so let's see how to implement this effect today. And this episode is sponsored by this generous patron. Thank you very much for the support. Okay, so this is our scene and this is what we have at the moment. Right, so before we work on the focus mode, for that I'm going to use a post process material. So let's first create a material MPP focus. So this is the material I'm going to use. So first I'm going to change the material domain to post process. Right, now when I change it to post process, we only have this one emissive color. So before we dynamically set up this, let's first work on the material. So if I now, in order to apply this material, this post process material, first I need to have post process volume in the level. That we already have one here. If you don't have one, you can just add one. Right, like here. Okay, but I have one in the scene. By default we have. So yeah, here under post process materials, go to the post process volume, and here under rendering features we have post process materials. Add one into the array and select asset reference and apply this MPP focus. Right, so now when I apply it, you can see everything is dark. That's because we haven't entered anything as for the emissive color. But if I, let me select the post process material, if I make this 0, you can see we can see the scene as usual. So for now, for testing, I'm going to keep this as 1. And so how do we get the color of the scene? So for that we have an option called scene texture. Right, and if I connect the color output here, we get this error. Scene color lookups are only available for material domain surface. Here material domain is post process, so for that post process material should use the scene texture. And we have this post process input 0. Let's use that. Right, now when I do that, we get the usual look, nothing special about this. Right, now in order to differentiate the special items, we need a way to differentiate. So for that I am going to use this custom depth, this option, render custom depth pass. Let's enable it and then duplicate this node here, select custom depth and connect it. For now just directly connect it, and if we apply it, you can see everything is white. Okay, so that's because here, as for the custom depth, we get a value something larger than 1, I guess, so that's why it's all white. So if I divide this by, let's say, a value like 1000 and connect, now you see this the object that I enabled render custom depth fast, we can see it in black. As it go further, it start to fade out into white, but in closer we can see it in black. So we have a way to differentiate it. Right now, okay, we have this one. What if I clamp this in between 0 and 1? Right, and also let's promote this as a parameter. Let's call it depth divider. Okay. As the default value, let's use 2000. So we can see even if the object is a little bit further. Right, now if I get 1 minus here, the inverse should happen. That means everything else is black, and here we have a white object. Okay, so this is basically how I want to implement the focus mode. This is not done, but basically now we have some effect. Right, now the next part is we still need to show the rest of the background as well. So if I get an input from here and do a desaturation, let's forget about this custom depth part for now, and let's connect this desaturation. Now as you can see here, everything is black and white, and if I apply it here, you can see even the sky is also black and white, but here we don't see much of a difference because I think everything else is either black or white. Yeah, we do. Okay, fraction. Let me promote this to a variable. If I make it 1, it's like this. 2, it's like this. Okay, 0.5. Right, 1 is the sweet spot. Right, now let's get another node from here and multiply with a value like, let's say, let me promote this, emissive multiplier as the default value. Let's try 2, and if I connect it, you see now this part is extra bright. Right, now let's develop. Now, let me see now this is extra bright. Okay, and if I connect this and check here, this is black and white all. Okay, now if I do a lerp, wait, that means linear interpolate between these two modes using this as the alpha. Oh wait, right. I think we don't have result of this must be a vector 4. Yeah, so let's do a component mask only to get RGB values. Here also maybe we don't have vector 3. Let me break. Let's make float 3 and break float 3. try connecting this way. No. Oh wait, I think the problem is here. Right, so yeah, we don't need this. We can directly connect it, and as you can see here, if I make the alpha 0, it's black and white. If I alpha 1, it's brighter version. So here, let's do a component mask to get only R value. Right, now it works. Let's apply. And you see here, we can clearly see this object brighter than the others. Let's also enable, let me select this ring, not the ring, actually this interactable object, check mesh. I'll here also I'll enable render custom depth pass. So we can see that as well, but still compared to the rest of the world, this part is not highlighted enough. So what if we add another multiplier here to reduce the brightness, like 0.2. Right, let's promote this to a parameter and let's call it background brightness. Let's make it 0.2 and apply. See, okay, now it's better, and we can see even the underground part, because I haven't set it, placed it properly, but we can fix it. Right, fixed it. Okay, now we need a way to make this dynamic. How do we do that? Also, to make it more interesting, let's make another object right here. So let's say this could be something like a door in the wall. So we can see this clearly when we are in the focus mode. We will be able to see clearly when we are in the focus mode. If I quickly remove the focus mode, you can see it's like a normal version. Let me place this like this, so it's not very clear. Now it's clear. Okay, right, now let me go to here. Let's remove this post-process material, because we need to add this in a way that we can change it in the runtime. So let me open this third person character. Here under the follow camera, what if we add, under rendering feature, what if we add the post process material mpp focus. You see, now when we play the game, we can see it's dark, right? Okay, right, now here if I make this 0, that effect will not be there. It's normal. Okay, now let's define an input. Let's call it focus. For now I'll use F. Well, actually I think we have already implemented this thoughts input. That means we can use it to hear our inner thoughts. That's the design of this key. So we can use the same key for this. So when its thoughts is also kind of like focusing. So thoughts, when this is pressed, let's get the camera, set post process blend weight to 1, and when I release it we can make it 0 again. Oh, right. Nothing happens. Oh wait, so this post process blend weight is, I think it's not something that, it's not this value actually, so we have to keep this value as 1. Right, this is the value we change over here, I think. Yeah, so I'll set the initial value here as 0. See, now when I press T we can see those objects of these special objects. Okay, and I think it would be better if we smoothly change the values, so we can add a timeline. Fade in. Let's add a float curve. PP weight at 0. I'll make it 0, and let's blend it within half a second. At 1 the value is 1. So if we need, we can do some stuff like a curve, and make this smooth, but that's not very important at the moment. Okay, so the total well length should be 0.5. Oh wait, 1. 1. Okay, we have 1 second. Right, now I'll connect here player from start, and as the value I'll connect the post process value. Can I right, get fade in, okay. Now let's see what happens if I press T. Maybe this is too fast. Yeah, well, actually, it looks like even if we have a value like 0.1, it doesn't really matter. So just to show this, let me select the character and you can see the preview here. And if I select the follow camera here and set the post process blend weight to 0.1, you can see it's already black. So it doesn't really see. As it go to 0, it instantly changes, so we don't get any smoothness there. So how we can achieve a smooth transition? Right, so let's define a material parameter collection. MP PP. Material MP stands for material parameters. PP stands for post process. Here let's add a scalar. Let's call it PP weight. PP weight. Right, now let's add another loop node here. Right, and as the A, I'll use this one. As the constant alpha, I'll make it 0. Sorry, as the B input, I'll use this one. As the A, I'll use the base color of the scene. So we have to do a component mask here, otherwise we will get an error like before. Right, now as you can see here, we have the normal color. If I make it 0.1, if I make it 1, we have the post processed color. So if I make it 0.5, we have something in between. Right, now collection parameter, here we have already selected MPPP and I'm going to select PP weight, and let's put that as the alpha value. Right, and apply. Now here actually it's not necessary to add the post process effect to the player's camera, but still it doesn't matter. Right, now let me open this, and here pay attention to the player's preview. As I increase the value, you see this effect happens. Environment get darkened and the focused objects appear. Right, okay, so I'll leave it as 0 as the default value, and here instead of changing the post process blend weight, I'll change color set scalar parameter value. Right, here as the collection, select MPPP, and as the parameter name, select PP weight. and as the value connect pp wait. Right, now if I play the game and press T, you see this happens. Okay, now this is too slow. See, now it smoothly appears, but we need to make it disappear as well. Okay, I think we should make the player also render in custom depth, because player is also an important object in the scene. Right, so how to make the system go, this effect go away? We can duplicate the same thing here. Let's call it fade out, player from reverse from end. Okay, when I release, it goes away. Still the length is 3. Let's make it 1. And both. Right. Okay. Alright. So with this, I think I can stop this episode right here. And one more thing. So if we quickly tap the thoughts icon, thoughts input, we should first stop this fade in effect before calling the fade out. So we can add a sequence here. First call stop, then wait, actually it is possible to do this with the same timeline. We don't even need to. When I release the key, all I have to do is call the reverse. See, now if I keep this pressed and release, you see it reverts. So if I release the key in the middle, it starts reverting from the point where it already is. Okay, great. Alright, so with that I can stop this episode. So as always, project files will be available for the download here in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon Club. Thanks for watching. See you in another episode. Goodbye.